So let's discuss a pointer in C. The pointer in C is usually declared as like this one, integer asterisk p, wherein the type that is stored inside this memory address is an integer. Okay, so how does it become like this? So here is a small story that I have cooked up. Okay, so let's for example, I have here a memory block, and a specific portion of that memory, let's say this one, has an address of about 8H, and this address contains an integer which has a value of 0. Okay, so let's just put here value and address just for illustration purposes. And p is a variable, is a pointer which contains the address of that specific memory location. So technically it's point to this one. What is inside this variable is address 8H. Now if we want to access the value inside this 8H, we just need to dereference it here, and voila, this one is equal to 0 here. So technically asterisk p is equal to 0. Now 0 is an integer, so we might as well put here integer asterisk p, right? So since asterisk p is an integer, that is why here you can see there should be an empty slot here. Some people do put in here or write in their pointer as like this one, asterisk p, then space, and then the pointer variable. But I don't find this intuitive. That is why when this should be the format that I think is much more easy to understand. There is a space and then an asterisk and a p here, or the variable name of the pointer. Okay, now we all know that when we declare a variable like this one here, integer asterisk p, the compiler allocates a memory for this specific p. So the location of p, let's say p is located here, okay, with an address 6H. And since p is pointing towards this location, so the value inside p is 8H. Okay, so that is how it is now. So a concrete example of this one is that if we try to, let's say if we try to, I'm going to erase this, we try to declare a variable such that, let's say integer x is equal to 0, the compiler allocates a certain memory for a type integer, and let's say that memory is this one here, 8H. Okay, so we can find this contains x with 8H value, and then the pointer p, we assign this pointer p to this particular address. So for example, we need to get the value, since p, pointer p here, no, this one is, I said, is much better. So pointer p here should contain an address. So if we need to assign this address inside pointer p, so we just get the address of x. This is an x here, so that the value inside here is 8H. Okay, so pointer p, which is currently located in this location in memory, has a value 8H inside it, which is the address of variable x, which contains 0. So if we dereference this one, we obtain this value 0 here. This is for single pointer. So single pointer. Now we go to a double pointer. So how do we arrive to a declaration of like this in a double pointer? So let's say a double pointer is integer asterisk asterisk d. So let's say that d points to the address of p. Okay, so if d points to the address of p, then we can say that if we dereference d once, we get the value of this one here. So asterisk d or dereference d obtains the value of 8h. And then if we dereference this again 2 times, okay, since 8h is this one, if we dereference it again, we get the value of 0. So asterisk d is equal to 0, which is of course an integer. That is why we put here integer here, because asterisk d is a integer. So that is how I understand about double pointers and single pointer. So if you want to ask, so if the double pointer is pointing to an existing pointer, so with the reference it twice, we get the underlying integer value. So how do we declare this one? So let's declare this and have it integer again, integer asterisk asterisk d, there's a space here, is equal to the address of p and p. So we put the address of p here. This d is now equal to the address of p. Okay, so that is why, or the story behind the reason behind why we declare a pointer like this one here, or a double pointer like this one. So I prefer that we use this type of declaration, since this one is very clear. Asterisk p is an integer, so this one should be integer here. While in this case, it's not clear. It's very confusing, at least on my part. By using this type of declaration, I can clearly see or understand what a pointer is all about. Okay, so that is all for now. So in the next video, I'm going to show some double pointer example, like in a matrix or other types of data structures. Okay, so thank you for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you again. Bye.